Here's the thing nobody told you about AI history. Vision got solved first. Speech recognition got solved second. Language was supposed to be next. Easy even. Just one more cognitive task. Instead, it became the wall everyone hit. And it is not a temporary wall. There are deep structural reasons language is harder than image classification, harder than chess, harder than protein folding. Today we name those reasons: productivity, ambiguity, grounding, and the common sense floor. Last episode, the deep learning explosion, AlexNet, Word2Vec, Transformer, GPT-3, ChatGPT. 10 years, 4 papers. The empiricist won the engineering. And then somebody noticed the chatbot writing flawless essays still cannot reliably tell you which of 2 boxes on a table actually contains the apple. That gap is what this episode is about. If LLMs handle benchmark NLP tasks at human level, why is this still hard? Because language is doing something different from image classification or chess. Today's job, name what that something is, in 3 concrete testable claims. Each one of them is going to come back in every later video in this course. Today's 3 beats. First, productivity and ambiguity. Why language is fundamentally infinite and fundamentally underspecified. Second, the symbol grounding problem. Why a system that only sees text can never connect words to the world. Third, the common sense floor. The unwritten knowledge every speaker has, and why nobody can list it. Obstacle 1. Productivity. Pick any sentence. You can extend it. The cat sat on the mat. The cat sat on the mat that I bought yesterday. The cat sat on the mat that I bought yesterday from the store that closed last year. There is no maximum. The set of grammatical English sentences is infinite, generated by finite rules. This is what Chomsky called the generative move. Productivity means no training set, no matter how large, contains all the sentences a competent speaker can produce or recognize. The model has to generalize to literally unseen structure, forever. Now obstacle 2, ambiguity. Take the sentence, I saw the man with the telescope. Did I use a telescope or did the man have one? Both parses are valid. Real sentences are loaded with these. Even the famous Groucho Marx joke, "One morning I shot an elephant in my pajamas," works because of structural ambiguity. Words are ambiguous too. Bank could mean a riverbank or a building. Run has over 100 dictionary meanings. The right meaning depends on context. And context can come from a sentence 3 paragraphs ago. Resolving this requires not just grammar, not just statistics, but actual understanding of the situation. Obstacle 3. The symbol grounding problem. Named by the cognitive scientist Stephen Harnad in 1990. Here is the thought experiment. Imagine you are handed a Chinese dictionary. No English. Every word is defined in terms of other Chinese words, which are defined in terms of more Chinese words. You can navigate the dictionary forever. You will never learn what any word actually means. That is the symbol grounding problem. To understand a word, you need to connect it to something outside the symbol system. The word A has to be connected to your visual experience of red. The word pain has to be connected to felt pain. Without that anchor, the symbols just refer to other symbols, all the way down. Now here is the controversial part. LLMs are trained on pure text. They have never seen a red apple. They have never felt pain. So either they cannot really understand any of the words they generate, or, the more interesting possibility, Harnad was wrong about what grounding requires. This is the most active debate in the philosophy of AI right now, and we are going to come back to it again and again. Obstacle 4. The common sense floor. Consider this sentence. The trophy did not fit in the suitcase because it was too big. What does it refer to? The trophy. Now flip it. The trophy did not fit in the suitcase because it was too small. Now it refers to the suitcase. You did not consult a grammar rule. You used physics. This is the Winograd Schema, named after the SHRDLU researcher we met in V6. To resolve pronoun reference correctly, you need to know that trophies are typically rigid and that big things do not fit inside smaller things. Knowledge that no human ever wrote down, because no human ever needed to. We just have it. Modern LLMs handle many Winograd schemas correctly now, through scale, not insight. They have read enough text that the statistical patterns of big ant fits co-occur the right way. But scale is a workaround, not a solution. The common sense floor is not gone. It has just been camouflaged by enough data to look like it is. 3 takeaways before the quiz. 1. Productivity and ambiguity make language a fundamentally extrapolation problem. No finite training set covers it. 2. The symbol grounding problem says text-only systems have no anchor to the world. Whether scale solves this is the live debate. 3. The common sense floor is the largest body of human knowledge nobody ever wrote down. LLMs camouflage it, they do not solve it. Quiz 1. What does productivity mean in this context? A. A model can be trained faster. B. The set of grammatical sentences is infinite, generated by finite rules. C. NLP researchers ship more papers. Or D. A sentence has a single correct meaning. B. Infinite output from finite rules. This is what Chomsky's generative move tried to formalize, and what makes language extrapolation forever, no matter how large the training set is. Quiz 2. What is the symbol grounding problem? A. Symbols are hard to typeset in equations. B. A purely text-based system has no connection between symbols and the real world they refer to. C. Computers cannot process Chinese characters. Or D. Statistical models are slower than rule-based ones. B. Text only refers to more text. To understand area, you arguably need to have seen something read. Harnad in 1990 argued, this anchor is required for genuine understanding. Whether LLMs need it or transcend it is still an open question. Last quiz. Why is the trophy suitcase example hard for AI? A. It uses uncommon words. B. Resolving it requires common sense knowledge about physical size that nobody writes down. C. The sentence is grammatically incorrect. Or D. It contains too many pronouns. B. Common sense. You used physics to figure out the pronoun. There is no grammar rule for this. Modern LLMs handle many of these correctly through scale, but it is camouflage, not insight. Back to the puzzle. After 8 episodes of history, we now have 4 concrete obstacles to point at when someone asks why language is hard. We are going to use these 4 in every later video. Productivity, ambiguity, grounding, common sense. Memorize them. They are the bones of the rest of this course. Next time, the closer for Lecture 1. We zoom out. 75 years of failures and partial wins. The map. The shape of the course ahead. And the layers of language we are going to take apart, starting in Lecture 2. Hit subscribe if you want it the day it drops.